Zenless Zone Zero is a free-to-play action RPG developed and published by miHoYo. The game was only released 2 weeks ago and it was a big hit with how many downloads it got in a short amount of time. Today I will be sharing my opinions about the game and try to answer the question you all have: is Zenless Zone Zero worth playing? Let's start. Since it's an action RPG, you might think you will have a chance to create your own character, but sadly we have a pre-made characters with names and their own personality and stories. The only choice you have is choosing which sibling you're gonna play, and that's all. But keep in mind, you will be doing things with your siblings and see them a lot, so it's not that big of choice. After that, the game will throw you into a story with characters you don't know, and you will be following the story revolving around them, learning more details about them, and the game will slowly make you learn things like game modes, etc. And you will be faced with very text-heavy story.
Shut the fuck up, no one cares.
In fact, it almost feels like one of those RPGs with lots of choices, since it has lots of text dialogues. But here, your choices mean nothing, and that's one of things make this game story boring, because there is no point over having lots of text dialogues if your choice is gonna mean nothing. Aside from that, I have mixed opinions about the story as well, because meanwhile it's mostly boring with lots of text dialogues and with no real main purpose or plot, there are still some enjoyable parts with interesting characters and story revolves around them. So I am not fully sure what to say about the story part of the game, since it mostly revolves around character stories instead of following main plot or purpose. Liking those characters will affect what you will think about the story as well. But even if you like all of the characters and their stories, boring and unnecessary wall of texts are still there. Let's talk about the gameplay. This game has a bit of unique gameplay style because we have 3 main and different gameplay modes we play. The first one is your playtime with your actual character. You see most of the story from this character's viewpoint, and his gameplay mode has most of basic interactions with the hub as well. You can talk with people, eat ramen, drink coffee, play games in arcade, manage your movie store you use as cover job to your illegal proxy job, or do some side quests with full wall of text, etc. The second gameplay mode is called HDD system, but since it looks like a TV, people mostly call this one TV mode. This is like hacking gameplay, and in this mode you move around inside of TV pieces, solve some puzzles and interact with some stuff like combat sections, etc. The last mode is combat mode, where you play with your agents and where the actual gameplay is. You can play this mode from combat missions or from combat sections you do find in TV mode. Meanwhile, the first 2 modes can be a bit boring. The last one actually not bad, especially after a couple of hours it becomes more enjoyable. And while it's still a bit easy and not challenging enough with enemy AI being bad, it's still kind of enjoyable, with kind of unique parry mechanics we have here, which you parry with changing your other agents, and again which leads them to do special attack or special attack combos. Music is one of things this game does quite well. We have lots of enjoyable music and sound effects, especially the game's official site has pretty cool damn music for sure. And like music, the game has pretty good visual style and quality along with good optimization as well. We have a pretty cool and detailed hub design and vibrant colors. Regardless, this game got most of downloads from the hot looking anime girls we have as agents, and people are still simping hard on them. Meanwhile, most of the visual parts are pretty good. Sadly, place designs are terrible. You constantly see the exact same place in combat mode over and over again, and it straight up makes no sense at all. I can understand the same devs make this good looking hub do this poor job with the combat mode place designs and using nearly exact same places over and over again. By far this is the worst thing this game does. Lastly, let's talk about the gacha mechanics and how grinded the game is. Like you all know, this is one of gacha games where you gotta pull your characters from the gacha system. In this game it's called signal search, and to do pulls you need items called tapes, and to get tapes you either gotta get with cash or grind. Getting with cash has some ways. You can either buy directly from the shop, buy yourself a premium pass to get more rewards along with tapes, or buy a membership giving you monochromes and polychromes every day. Monochromes and polychromes are like currency you can get via grinding, doing quests, getting achievements, etc. and exchanging them with tapes. Meanwhile, getting pulls is quite slow. It's still kind of less grindy than most of gacha games out there, and it's easier to do. Cash or cash plus grinding obviously is still better and faster than free-to-play grind-only way. But the free-to-play grind-only way is not that bad, and I can say you can actually enjoy the game without paying a single penny. Alright, let's talk about pros. First of all, combat is kind of enjoyable, even though AI needs a bit of work. The game has pretty good visual style and quality along with good optimization. The game has hot anime waifus. Gacha and grind mechanics are not as harsh as most gacha games. And let's talk about cons. You can't create your own character. The story can be boring or even cringy according to your own taste in characters, since the story revolves around them. We have too much text dialogue and it makes the game boring. Place designs in combat modes are carbon copies of each other. Verdict. My answer to the is it worth playing question is it deserves a chance, because it's one of the games you should give a try and see for yourself if you will enjoy or not. So that's why I'm saying it deserves a chance.